Yo, welcome back to Oh That
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut up! What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? I have to go right now. I'm getting calls. I have to catch a flight. I'm on a tour. I'm trying to be fucking nice. But you see, I'm trying to be nice right now. You're forcing me to be bad, but I'm actually doing a good thing, all right? So just chill the fuck out. I gotta go.
How is that better than the weekend?
What's up?
Guys, John, 2025
Yup.
Best Actor. Get it
Yup.
trending. Welcome back to
I'm
Oh
making my
That
push.
Reminds Me. I'm MadJet_.
And I'm John the Weeknd.
And we're here to yap with you.
Skip scap, skitter to doop for the next hour or so. How you doing?
I'm doing swell. Watch High School Musical. Said you
Okay.
gotta let go. It's the
Okay.
best part. Jump into the future. Come on, let's high. You haven't done your letterbox of High School Musical, I see.
Is it common to letterbox things that you've already seen before?
I just pressed the rewatch button, so I get
Oh,
an accurate.
I didn't know about that.
I didn't do that until this year, so I get an accurate recap. You know.
Okay.
So like when I watched Wicked again, I just pressed rewatch that time.
Live
but-
letterboxed.
Live letterbox review.
3.5 stars.
Oh.
Remembering this movie is better than watching it.
Oh. Okay, that's fine.
Parentheses, lacking background vocals and good production on most songs.
This episode of Oh That Reminds Me is going to be very movie based because John and I have both watched a movie, even though
Where's
oh, sorry,
Oh,
I got
okay.
absolutely baited. I opened Twitter and I saw that the Hunger Games posted something, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god, live cast reaction.
But it's literally Wyatt, which they done already. They're late. They're fucking late. But yes, it's going to be a very heavy movie-based episode, even though John has about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different topics.
Yup.
Yeah. Fuck the talking.
None of them are movie related.
But I want to...
There's one that's show related. Can I just touch on it? This blew my mind this week.
I know we can go through it. I know you didn't
ask me about how I was
doing.
doing.
Gonna take the whole. Oh fuck.
You didn't like do that, but I can tell you how I'm doing.
But like, okay, before I ask you how you're doing, let me tell you, if we had like video on this, and like if I had time and effort to like edit shit, we'd be getting millions of likes. Let me tell you, we would be going crazy. Cause like the thing that I'm gonna like pull up like with my topic, you're gonna be like, whoa. I'm just saying, and that would have been trending on TikTok. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah, let's go through your topics. Oh, my bad. I hit the desk.
I'll touch through some.
Sorry, I just want to mention something. Every time I hit my desk, because if you guys don't know, our friend Natalie listens to this when like she drives. I just think every time I make like a bang noise, she's just swerved off the road. It's really funny in my head. Anyways, continue.
So speaking about like movies and shows, right? You know the show The Masked Singer?
Ah, yes. Did you know that T-Pain won the first season?
I did know that.
Oh.
I didn't know though, and I feel like this is probably obvious, and I think I might be the only one on the planet that didn't know this. But I just found out this week from seeing there was like a video ad thing I got of The Masked Singer or something, and it was about this guy being on it, right? And it showed him performing on The Masked Singer, you know, as his like monster guy, whatever, right? But then it was doing this thing where it was cutting to when he actually recorded him singing it, and I realized for the first time that they're not singing in the monster costumes. They pre-record the songs and then they perform them fake. So they're just in the monster costume, not doing anything, just like dancing around with a microphone.
I did not know that because I know
that's what I'm saying.
The person who won she's in Zombies, which is a Disney show. And I thought that's also a Disney musical. So I was like, oh, she can sing normally. But I guess, like, that makes sense because they do have, like, a
Yeah,
giant mask
it,
on.
it
But,
makes sense.
like,
They have a huge mask, and like, yeah, maybe their vocals wouldn't be great because it's like muffled in a mask and they're like dancing around and stuff. So I feel like it's probably kind of obvious, but like they just dance up there doing nothing.
they're performing. Duh.
Oh, that reminds me. Speaking about performing, our favorite performer, Benson Boone, we have talked about a lot. And last
Did you know
week,
that Benson Boone and Lola Young fans are arguing currently?
Battle of the Mid, yeah, I saw
Yes.
that. Um, but as I was saying, Benson Boone, our favorite artist. Last week, we talked about how he actually has fans apparently, and his tour sold out in 9 seconds. Right?
Hmm.
Are you familiar with Blood Records?
Uh, they make, I know vinyls that they make.
Yes. They make
Yes.
vinyls. If you're not familiar, basically, they're a company that makes like special printings of vinyls. Whether it be they'll be like fancy ass picture discs that when they spin, it looks like there's like the pictures are like holographic and coming out and stuff. I think they just did a Gracie Abrams one, and it had like a star vinyl in it and stuff like that. Just special printings, and each one has a very limited amount that you can purchase. Right? And it says on the website how many there are and how many have been sold. Okay.
Hmm.
So after Benson's Boone tour sells out in 9 seconds, he drops an American Heart, his upcoming album, limited blue and red vinyl. It's limited to 5,000 copies, and he is hand numbering them. Okay. 1 to
Hmm.
5,000. This was on May 10th. The current date, as we're recording this, is May 19th. There was only 2,594
Well,
sales.
no, see, that's because they spent all their money on the tickets for the
Right,
concert.
right,
Yeah,
right. They
yeah.
spent so they can't afford them out, but they're going next paycheck.
And
They're gonna
because
buy it.
it like sold out so quickly, those are all the people that didn't get tickets.
Right,
They
right,
were
right.
like, didn't get a ticket. Let me at least get this.
So here I have a screenshot on
Oh.
the 13th. Um, so last week on the 13th, it had sold 2,489 copies.
Uh huh.
So after about a week, it's gone up like 100. That's
Most people actually get paid monthly. Fun
right.
fact.
Mm-hmm.
So next
Mm-hmm.
month, keep an eye on
Okay.
it.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought this was really funny because everything I know, like, I started getting a lot of posts by Blood Records for some reason, and all of their vinyls are like I think they did like a Sabrina one, it sold out. They did, like I said, the Gracie one, it like instantly sold out. They're doing like all these vinyls that are instantly selling out, and then I just keep checking the Benson Boone link. Plenty of copies available, guys. If you want the Benson Boone vinyl, plenty of copies.
Is the album out yet? No, right?
No, no, comes out in June. They're waiting to listen to the album first, and then
Yes.
they're gonna. I see you. I see you.
I actually bought a vinyl recently.
Did
Do
you?
I have this vinyl already? Yeah, but this one is holographic. Is the actual physical vinyl holographic? No, but the case of it is.
That's
So,
pretty cool. The
yeah,
cover.
thank
That's
you.
pretty
Yeah, I
cool.
was gonna
And you
say,
already
like,
have
you're
a
not
holographic one too.
exactly. If only
So
I
it
had a
like
holographic one of
fits.
the last two other one, like When We All Fall Asleep, When We
Mm-hmm.
Go, and Don't Smile at Me, then we'd be like vibing. But
I don't think they made holographic ones of those.
yeah. Um. Anywho, what
But
did
that's
you
pretty
send
cool.
me?
Happy anniversary.
Pre-save.
You can pre-save Jeremy Zucker's album since you weren't sure if it was an album or not.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, I really like Jeremy Zucker. I've seen Jeremy. I'm actually
God,
on
I really
his
like Jeremy Zucker.
TikTok.
True.
So, fun fact, you can see me in his
By
TikTok.
the way, just a reminder, birthday is coming up. Good gift ideas, maybe, I don't know, guitar pick handed out by one of my favorite artists. Just racking my
He
brain for a few
personally
ideas.
handed that guitar pick to me. I'm just saying.
I feel like it was probably like handed to you to give to me. He probably like knew we were friends, I think.
One thing that really annoys me, because basically, if you guys don't know, I went to see Jeremy Zucker. It was winter. We were lining up. He like ran out, and he was like, "Anyone want a guitar pick?" And I say, "Ooh, can I have it?" But I think the subtitles say, I want it, or so it was just something like bratty or something like that. I was like, I did not say that. I said, can I have that? Like, can I, like, please?
In my opinion,
I didn't say thank you. Okay.
In my opinion, that's fine, because also in the video, like, no one reacts to the fact that the artist they're there to see runs outside
I was
and is
literally in
talking
shock.
to them.
I was like,
you're the first person to say anything to him. So
I was like, wait, was that Jeremy Zucker? I mean, to be fair, he's also in a black puffer jacket with the hood on. But I was a little starstruck. I was like, oh my god, I know him.
Oh my god, I paid money to see you. Oh my god,
I've seen him like 3 times. He's my most seen artist. Wait, no, he's not. Wait, is he?
I saw him. I saw Brent. I saw him on his own tour. And did I see him with Chelsea one time? I think I saw him come out for Chelsea one time. So I think I've seen him 3 times.
Okay, I've seen him 3 times, but I've also seen Billy 3 times, and I'm gonna see Phineas 3 times. So, and I've seen Sabrina 2 times.
Who's gonna be the first to break out of the 3s?
Well, Phineas and Gracie Abrams are gonna be the first time I see them twice in a year.
Oh shit!
Which is kind of crazy, yeah. Because I saw Phineas in February, and I'm gonna see him in August. And
how many times have you seen Ferb? If you've seen Phineas.
Ferb doesn't really talk.
Oh, okay. Word.
So he's like, yeah. So because he doesn't talk, I can't see him apparently. So that's just how it works.
Okay, got you.
I have a question for you.
Okay. I have an answer if I know the question.
You were once known as Old Sinatra.
Yup.
And then you were known from R6 Sin.
Yup.
And then you were Sin FPS.
Yup.
And then you were Sin.
I mean, I'm still just kind of Sin FPS.
Are you going to go back to Old Sinatra ever in your life? Just like how HBO Max went back to HBO. Wait, no, just how Max went back to HBO Max. Yeah.
Yep.
Who the fuck's Max? Well, like, I know Max, but like, nah, that's not what. My bad.
Shout out Max. So if you don't know, in 2022 there was a streaming service known as HBO Max, and in 2023 they made the bold decision to cut out the HBO, the thing that everyone knows them for, and like HBO makes the shows, and everyone's just like, oh, I'm gonna watch HBO. They cut the HBO out, and they made it just Max.
So now everyone's gonna go watch Max.
And everyone hated it, right? And to make matters worse, instead of just transitioning the name, if you went to the website HBO Max, it didn't work. And if you went on your app of HBO Max, it also didn't work. You had to download a new app. And like my password saving, automated password saving and stuff, it was all saved under HBO Max, not Max, so none of that worked. It just fucked everything up, right? So to remedy this situation, in 2024, Max changed to Max, but with different font. Because they thought that would make everyone happy, right? And no one was happy. Everyone is still upset. They're still angry. Okay? So they got together their best team of employees, all right? They stuck their heads together. And at the start of 2025, Max rebranded to Max with a different background. This time it's black. And then that didn't fix anything. So they're like, shit, they really don't like this Max thing, huh? What are we going to do? We're going to invest a shit ton of money into going back to the first thing we were, HBO Max. That's right. It's now HBO Max again.
So they went HBO Max, the purpley blue gradient backgrounds. Then they went to Max in 2023, which is a purple background. Then they went to Max.
And like really bad font.
Max with a little bit thicker, and there's a circle in the A, and bright blue. Then, like John said, 2025, that same font, same design, but now black background. And now the HBO Max has...
And now,
why is it Max? Like, what does that stand for? Like, is there a reason?
Because why is HBO Max called Max? Okay, I didn't get the answer, but here we go. So they switched to Max instead of HBO because HBO in the past was known as like, you know, HBO would sometimes have like raunchier, more adult content shows, movies, etc., right? And so they switched it to Max to represent a wider range of programming, including their Discovery Plus content. Because, Max, it incorporates everything. It's maximum. But then it sucked. So now they're going back.
And now we're here.
And not only are they going back, I don't know if you've seen, they gave their fucking social media team like a raise or something. Those guys are working overtime. They're posting Spider-Man memes about HBO Max, HBO Now, like everyone pointing at each other. They're changing their bios. They're posting all different kinds of memes and stuff, making fun of themselves for rebranding this many times. I think they paid a bunch of celebrities to film different videos talking about Max, HBO Max. They are blowing a budget trying to make sure everyone knows that they're switching up. Let's see if it works.
And you know what's crazy? We don't even have that in Canada. It's just I think it's just American. I don't think.
I do know it's just American because I was talking with Whale and he was talking about how he had to watch Game of Thrones, and Game of Thrones is just like on HBO. It just is what it is. And he apparently had to get this thing called Now TV in the UK, which is like a TV service that charges separately per genre. So if you want to watch sports, you have to buy the sports package. If you want to watch TV, you have to buy the TV package. If you want to watch movies, you need the movie package. Wow. It sounds horrible. I'm so glad I don't live in the UK. It sounds awful.
And you want to move.
Yeah, I'm thinking not there anymore. We'll see.
But you know what? I did buy the movie packet. Because I watched Thunderbolts.
I watched Thunderbolts. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This wasn't even planned.
This wasn't at all. Yeah, no.
We watched Thunderbolts in the same week. Let's go.
Warning.
Look at us go.
Sure, we were late with it, but we did watch it. But warning now, spoiler alert up ahead. Spoiler
alert. Spoiler alert. Skip ahead for no spoilers.
Now, John and I have briefly talked about it and instantly disagreed.
Yeah, it was for like 2 seconds. And then Mckenzie immediately went, oh my god, this is good podcast content.
Yes. Where to start? Well, first, let's go with our reviews. I gave Thunderbolts 4 stars because I genuinely think that was probably like top 5 Marvel movies I've watched.
I'd have to like look at a list of all of the Marvel movies to be able to shoot out a top 5, but I mean that sounds right. I think as a movie like standing on its own, it works well enough. Like you don't super need to know all of these like shows, movies, etc. Like you can watch it on its own and it's a solid film. And I also gave it 4 stars.
I don't know where to go with this.
In my opinion, the only I'll start with my drawbacks because there's not as many drawbacks. My only drawback of the movie is, in my opinion, I don't know if I just got locked into it. Maybe on rewatch I'll feel differently. I don't know if I got locked into it and just like lost track of time or what, but it felt kind of short to me. And I just looked it up and it's like 2 hours long. So it shouldn't be short, but I feel like the beginning section, like the beginning to middle, where it's like the setting up for the movie, that's like long and in depth. And then it felt like the solution for the. Are we just ripping the Band-Aid off?
Yeah.
All full spoilers? Yeah, so it felt like them dealing with Sentry. Sentry was like this big, massive like target that it seemed almost impossible that they weren't going to be able to defeat him. And then it felt like they solved the issue of Sentry really, really quickly, and then it launched into like the ending of the film. The actual middle like conflict portion felt super fast to me. I don't know if you feel the same way.
I did. I was like, so basically, again, we're spoiling this, so if you didn't see it's probably all context, but there's been a lot of endings recently, I felt, with Star Wars Marvel, where it's like, the sun's getting real low. Calm down, bro. Like, they don't like beat the villain. They kind of just talk their way out of it. Mm-hmm. They do that in Captain America, new one with Harrison Ford. Mm-hmm. But I felt like when they were in the void all together, I was like, oh, this is sick. who's the main villain though? When are they gonna fight him?
Yeah,
And then I had the realization, oh, that's the big fight. And I
yeah,
think I might be I'm going to speak for Natalie. She said that the fighting was kind of lacklusting. She thought there could be
yeah.
better
Because like
fighting, personally. And I was
I
like, is it
I
because there's
thought
not a lot of it was mostly just guns?
Yeah, I thought in the start it was cool and having the scene where they all fought each other was really good. I do gotta say, rest in peace, Taskmaster. Taskmaster, they fucking hated you. Jesus Christ. You go into this movie,
Which
all of
is
the advertising is like including all of these people, Taskmaster, et cetera, et cetera. And then, like we said when we talked about it in the past, where they like low key kind of spoiled it, where Taskmaster's not in the announcement for um the Avengers movie, so like it seemed like she was gonna die somehow. I expected her to die in like the main fight. She dies about 10 seconds into the movie to one gunshot, then they re-acknowledge her 15 seconds later and then don't talk about it anymore.
which is kind of sad because that was kind of like Natasha's redemption arc in like Black Widow. It was kind of
Yeah,
like
it felt like that was a main focus of Black Widow, was like doing right by Taskmaster, and like they didn't know
not
that
killing
the
her.
daughter was going to be in the building and like blown up, and yet trying not to kill her. And then she gets this redemption where it's like now her father's dead, and like she's not just hunting people down to kill them.
Mhm.
Like you can do your own
But
thing.
I do think that in the original Thunderbolts story, I remember, I don't know how true this was, but they had like a whole plot line where her and Ghost bond over the fact of they were raised up in labs, but that fucked also like the character of John Walker, yeah,
Mhm.
he like would be the villain of the whole show if they did that storyline where I
Oh.
think he would be like fed lies from Valentina about
Mhm.
everything and
I
that
could I feel like there were almost remnants of that in the story at first, because you can see in his character like towards the start when everyone kind of clocks like, oh, she left us for dead. He doesn't come to it as quick, and he's like, nah, she wouldn't just like leave me for dead, like I'm like her guy. I was sent
yeah
here to bring you guys in.
um
So I feel like I could see him like being fed lies by, what's her name? I forget. I'm so bad with
Valentina
names. Yeah, by Valentina, and like flipping on the rest of the Thunderbolts.
literally just had the thing where it told me what it is and I lost it. Oh well. One other thing that people are arguing about is that John Walker is more powerful than any other person with the super
Oh,
serum because of
oh
that
yeah.
jump.
That jump was crazy.
But like technically he could have just jumped like decently high and it went out of render distance and like
Nah, I think it makes sense him being more powerful, because I actually heard a video like talking about this, and it's good because I haven't watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier in a really long
what?
time.
Oh, I thought you did it all. I was like, I
No.
swear you
I did
watched
watch it,
that.
but before he took the serum, he was like tip top shape in the military, like
Mm-hmm.
already like the strongest, the fastest, like the best of the best there was. So then he got enhanced by the serum and got that strong, because you see how strong um Steve is, and he was that scrawny little fucking
Oh,
kid, right?
okay, I
So
see.
you
Yeah.
take someone who's already like the strongest in the military and then also give him the serum, like it just enhances his abilities that much more. So I can see how he's the strongest, like just
Yeah,
on a
okay.
physical level.
I can now understand that a
Hmm.
lot more with
Hearing
that
that
in mind.
explanation, and immediately I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Another thing with Thunderbolts is what was it? Oh, Sentry. That's his name?
Hmm. Yeah,
Bob.
Sentry.
First of all,
Bob.
the actor of Bob, I keep getting this on my TikTok. In Top Gun, he plays Bob.
Does
And they
he?
go, "What's your name?" And he goes, "Bob." And then he's like, "No, what did they call you?" And they go, "Bob." And I was like, "That's exactly what he said in the movie."
He just plays Bob. He's a perma Bob.
But yeah, he's strong as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one
But
of the reasons why, like, I don't know what they could have done against him, but like they have that scene where he's fighting the Thunderbolts and he just shits on all of them, and then it feels like that just went away in 2 seconds, because then it goes like the void, and they do like the inside
yeah,
the mind fight.
but like what the fuck did they put in him? To the
Yeah,
point,
I don't.
like, if they can just make that, you know?
Yeah, because they cooked some shit, and he can't die because they thought he was dead. They put him in like the box or whatever, just like send him the rest. Turns out he's not dead. He comes out, he gets like full auto lit up by 10 trillion military men. He doesn't die. Like none of the Thunderbolts could affect him. The only thing that got him was they had like some sort of implant inside of his brain that was meant to just like boop kill him,
Huh.
but it just activated the void, and then after they freed him from the void, he's still perfectly alive and fine.
He also, did he not go unblonde? I hated the blonde hair.
Did he?
The
Did,
blonde
yeah, the
hair
blonde was
was
bad.
so bad. I was
Does he?
like,
Does he go
please.
unblonde at the end?
That's what I'm saying. I
I
feel like
think.
he
I think
had
now
no
that you said
blonde
it, I think
hair.
when he's sitting in like the end credit scene, he wasn't. Or are you saying post void even?
Post void.
Maybe.
I
Now
swear
that you say it, yeah, when they go inside his mind, I don't think he's uh blonde. Shit, his powers transcend hair color. Shout out.
yeah.
Um,
But, his powers are a little insane for it. Like, he has to have, like, something,
I mean, the
like,
drawback I get because they even
wrong with it. Like,
well, they say because at the end they're like, oh, it'd help if we had like a sentry who could fly, and he even says like, I can't be the sentry without like the other side of it, the
so
dark side that
because he's so
just like consumes
depressed,
everything.
he's so powerful. Because they did this experiment
I
on so many other people and they all failed, but this worked for this guy. Do you get where
yeah,
I'm
I
coming
guess
from?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. I guess
and
it has
like,
something to do with his mind.
I feel like something has, like, he has to have something. And I feel like also the explanation, oh yeah, he like wanted drugs, so he signed up for this and now he's
Hmm.
more powerful than a god.
Yeah,
Like, he's more powerful than Thor, which is
yeah. That shit is pretty crazy to think about. But
um
yeah, I don't know how. That's the thing is like with the power scaling and stuff with all this, like what is this gonna mean in Doomsday? Where like,
yeah.
all right, we have fucking Sentry who's like super invincible, more powerful than a god, and he's fighting with uh fucking Haley Steinfeld. I forget her character's name. But he's
Kate
fighting with
Bishop.
Haley Steinfeld, Kate Bishop, who has a bow and arrow. It goes back to like the original Avengers argument where it was like, all right, we got like the Hulk, Captain America, Iron Man, and then a guy with a bow and arrow. But now it's like, all right,
Yeah.
we got a god, someone stronger than a god, and then we got a girl with a bow and arrow. It's like, what does
Yeah.
this mean for like how strong the antagonist, like how strong is Doom gonna be that like they
Like,
can all equally fight or
if it
something?
was Kang, I can see how he could have a little struggle
Yeah,
considering,
yeah.
but like, I also don't know anything about
But
Doctor Doom
nah,
other
Doctor
than,
Doom in the comics, Doctor Doom can get like crazy,
oh,
crazy
okay.
strong. So I can see it. But then if he is that crazy strong, and then like him and Sentry are on par and fighting, no one else can stand a chance to him, no? Because Sentry just like cakewalked all the Thunderbolts. So
Yeah.
if Doom and Sentry are like equal, then Doom cakewalks everyone else. But then if Doom can't cakewalk everyone else, then Sentry cakewalks him. Like we're in this like time loop where like no one can defeat anyone. I don't know. I'm excited to see how they solve it and hope that they can figure out a way to make it not bad. Um, yeah, they've
Now,
got a lot on their plate.
the one thing me and Natalie, when we walked out of the the movie, and we were thinking,
Yeah, you
and
guys
this
saw it at the
is,
studio.
yeah, we saw it live actually, every scene. Um, this is what would break TikTok, all right?
Okay.
It happened, it took over New York.
Yep.
The Void. The Void went all
Yep.
over New York. So, considering the timeline, this is after Captain America, because I
Yeah.
mentioned it. Our question is, what the fuck did Daredevil go through when he was in the Void? Because he's blind. What did he couldn't see anything.
He's blind, but he's not blind. That's the thing about Daredevil, because there's that scene in the Netflix show. I don't know if you remember this, or even if you got to this part in the show. There's a scene in the Netflix show where I think Karen is like asking him what he sees, and it like shows it from his POV, where like through his enhanced like eh, sound, scent, etc., all this, he kind of like maps out his surroundings, like it's all like bright orange or something, he says, and he like maps out the surroundings around him. So he kind of has a version of sight where it's like it's not perfectly like us, but he would be able to like still see his surroundings and stuff, I guess, you know.
And
I feel like what he saw, he probably saw
Natalie
like
said that he would saw him becoming blind, but then I was like, but it's current him, so he couldn't see it.
because if you see, you have to see like your most depressed shit, right? Whatever you like
Yeah.
regret the most. And stuff. I feel like he would see stuff that I can't say because it spoils the Disney Plus show.
Is it about Foggy?
Yeah, yeah, whatever. It's episode 1. If you haven't seen it yet, you'll see it eventually. I feel like he'd see Foggy's death, and then also not even just that. After Foggy's death, he goes to the roof when he's chasing Bullseye, and he throws Bullseye off the roof, trying to kill him. He doesn't end up dying, but like he knows in his heart that he tried to murder Bullseye and tried to kill Bullseye, and then it got to him, and like that's one of his biggest regrets. So maybe
Is
he'd like
Bullseye
see that.
not the donkey that Woody rides in Toy Story?
That's also the name of the horse, yeah.
Because right now, that's all I'm imagining.
Well, don't worry. I looked up Taskmaster to see the person, and then I remembered that that's the comedy show that I've been watching, so I'm just getting that.
What's it called? Me and John did mention casually that we did think the reason why they killed Taskmaster off so quickly is because of all the hate that they got
Yeah,
for
from not being
making
like
it a woman.
being a woman and not being like completely comic accurate to her powers and abilities and this, that, the other thing.
Yeah.
And instead of remedying the issue or giving her own storyline, they just kind of killed her off. I feel like right now they're kind of this movie was great, but I feel like in a way they're in like almost janitor mode where the whole storyline and setup of the entire MCU was all about Kang. And then that falls through. They don't recast. Now they pivot. It's going to be Doctor Doom. They're bringing in the Fantastic Four, like all these things. They're trying to figure out what to do now, and they need to. They I think they took a step back, looked at the characters that they had, and figured out like, all right, we're not going to give Taskmaster like their own show or movie because they're trying to cut down on like how many shows and movies they're outputting to try to increase quality, right? And they weren't going to give her her own fully fledged storyline in Thunderbolts. So their next option was just like, we pretty much just have to wrap her story up here. And they
Yeah.
just had her get shot.
I feel like, I felt like that's one thing they did really good though, is that they didn't, post credit scene they did, but they didn't really connect it a lot with what else is happening in the MCU. You know, it's a very independent film. And I mentioned this on stream, but it also having the focus of mental health made it more realistic and felt like you can connect with it more if you're just like average person watching it.
Yeah, it's not like oh I can't control my superpowers and all about that.
Oh
It's like
no, the
actually like dealing
dimension
with
broke.
yeah yeah
Now
yeah
I'm
like
in the fucking.
no I'm in Quantum Kepler C13.
And there's a guy that's a giant head making a dick joke to
yeah
me.
yeah.
That I hate that. I mean, the wasp. Another thing people were saying also with the Void segment is, did Zendaya's character MJ, what if she got the depressing moment of her leaving Peter Parker? And I was like, well, who the fuck is this guy? From her memory.
Yeah, she's just confused as
She's
hell.
like, I don't remember
like,
this guy.
I guess I would go like if it's deep rooted in her brain somewhere, maybe, or like how powerful was that spell that it like full clean slate everything? He like never existed to anyone.
Like, I feel like that's also another thing, is that it wasn't really like, yeah, they had the void, but it wasn't very like magic-y.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was very pew pew down to earth, and also it wasn't so colorful. It was so like
I do gotta say,
toned.
speaking about you said pew pew and like the guns. I think it is so badass that John Walker like uses a gun and the shield. That is so. I went into this honestly on like hater mode, where like low key, not that I didn't like John Walker, but like he was a character that you were made to hate, so I hated him. And like you know he kills the person in the middle of the open and lose it. But they really made John Walker a likable guy to me, where like when you figure out what he's going through and like you know his family's leaving him and he's struggling with that and just trying to figure out who he is. He's struggling with the fact that he lost the Captain America thing and he like completely blew that. And um like now he's trying to do right by doing the whole, not Thunderbolt, whatever the lady was running her program with the CIA and stuff. He was just trying to like be really good at that. And then coming around and being part of the Thunderbolts and being nicer to everyone. I found that nice.
Sorry, Natalie just messaged me. She's at a Star Wars pop-up, and she's like, "What do you want?" And I look it up. I can't find anything that tells me what's there.
Also,
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say favorite character from it, David Harbour. Oh my god, Red Guardian is so funny to me. I don't know.
He is very funny.
Yeah, when there's the scene, my favorite scene is when they come out of the base and then there's a car driving and they all get down and then she clocks that it's him in the limo and he starts driving and they're like no ignore it, and he gets out of the car and he's like, wait, don't go in the base, she's gonna burn you, it's your dad, Yelena. And she's like, oh god, I fucking love that.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
What happened to her mother?
I don't know, because I don't think she died, but like she's not in the story anymore.
Spy, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, today's the last day of it. Is it? But one thing that me and John argued about was,
oh my god, the biggest argument.
Barnes.
Yup.
Yes.
This was crazy to me because I thought when I was ready to talk about this, I thought I was gonna say what I'm gonna say. And I thought you would be like, finally, and completely agree with me, and we'd once and for all be on the same page.
Because I like Bucky Barnes. I'm a fan.
I, as a character, like Bucky Barnes the entire time, but distinctly, Mckenzie and a lot of people online always thought that Bucky was like kind of hot, right?
Whoa.
Am I wrong? Have you not said that in the past?
I'm just saying, whoa, I didn't say anything.
And I didn't really agree. But honestly, I think this haircut is his best haircut.
Oh my god, I think he looks so ugly.
I think he looks the best he's ever looked in this movie, and I thought his motorcycle scene was so badass.
Bro.
When he's blowing up the cars and then he gets the shotgun, he pumps it as he's driving. He was on some like Ghost Rider shit.
Can we just pause real quick?
Okay.
I'm trying to look up because Natalie is in Japan and she's gonna buy me something, and I found something and I wanted to make sure it's not expensive, and it's in a different currency, right? So it's like 3,500 yen, right?
Okay.
I wrote 3,500 V-Bucks. That's not
3,500 V-Bucks to USD. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, that's about
looks
right.
like it's $25 though, like $24. But yeah, I thought this was peak Bucky.
I think that this is the most ugly ass Bucky that there is.
That's crazy to me.
I've never cringed more than when I saw the fucking scene with him shooting motorcycles and then he shows up and
that shit was so badass.
It was so
the trucks just start blowing up. You're like, what the fuck's happening? He's on a fucking motorcycle. Gets the shotgun, pumps it one hand. And then he grabs the hook. He grabs the hook, the car's driving, he punches it into the ground, flips the truck. That was so sick.
I did not like that. It took me out of the movie. I was not a fan.
Bucky realizing that he's not cut out for this political life. He's the fucking Winter Soldier. And then what's it called? Red Guardian just being like, Winter Soldier, you're the same, you and me. I love
Red Guardian is.
I love them.
He's a vibe.
I'm so happy, back on the Red Guardian thing, I'm so happy that David Harbour has another lovable recurring character that he can stay with after Stranger Things, because Stranger Things is coming to an end. I love him in Stranger Things.
I think it's a different vibe, though.
It's a very different vibe, but kind of actually in a way kind of the same because like Hopper has like a bit of the comedic relief in him, but like Red Guardian is just full blown comedy, and he's so funny.
But I think those are all my thoughts with it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's all
I'm
my
not
thoughts.
sure what
Good movie.
else.
I'm excited to see. I hope Marvel
Oh,
doesn't
the
fumble
end
this.
credit.
Oh yeah.
I knew who was in it because somebody mentioned it to me. But
I thought you said you
Natalie,
saw it already.
I knew who was in it before, yeah, but I wanted to play
Okay,
it
yeah.
now. But Natalie did not know it was in it.
Uh-huh.
But while watching the credits, she went, Fantastic Four soundtrack. When did that play? And I was like, yeah.
That is the big. I saw Hat Guy said the same thing. Where
Yeah.
Hat Guy said he knew that. If you don't know who Hat Guy is, there's too much to explain here.
John hates Hat Guy.
He said, I don't hate it. He's grown on me. He's grown on me. He's just I hated the old him from clips, but you know he's fine now.
Who would be the Hat Guy out of us?
I mean, in my mind, okay, this is gonna go against me saying I hate Hat Guy, but in my mind, Hat Guy is someone who has really bad takes and then refuses to break on them and just argues on them. So we're both gonna say the other is Hat Guy. So we're gonna get nowhere here.
I'm not Hat Guy. What are you on about?
But yeah, he said he immediately saw the Fantastic Four soundtrack in the credits, and it's like, well,
that's awkward.
That's happening.
Actually, it was the longest credit that they've had. Fun fact.
I do really quickly though want to touch on. We've said this a billion times, so if it sounds like we're repeating ourselves, we are.
Yeah.
Movie theater etiquette is dead. It's gone. It doesn't exist.
Wait. Before you go into that, can we talk about the post-credit scene?
Oh yeah, sure.
So, before Thunderbolts came out, they released the people that were in Doomsday, and they announced everyone but Taskmaster. Yep, and that kind of like spoiled what was happening in the movie. Now we've watched this end credit scene where it's like, oh, Fantastic Four is in an interdimensional ship coming to our place. What the fuck? They're just spoiled.
Before you watch the movie, you get the ad for the Fantastic Four, and they're like, "We gotta protect this planet and this dimension." And then you finish Thunderbolts, and they go, "Yeah, so here's the Fantastic Four interdimensional ship where they flew from a different dimension that probably got destroyed, and now they're here."
And I saw non-Hat Guy say, like, maybe they're just picking up some groceries, but I don't think so. And well, I don't get why they keep spoiling everything back to back to back to back.
I get they're trying to like tease the future, but try to tease the future with things we know already.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Or like back in the day, it would just be Thanos grabbing the Infinity Gauntlet going, fine, I'll do it myself. Like, you know, like, I don't know.
Not directly correlated to the outcome of a movie. It's like separately set. Like if we got something with like Doom, or we got some shot of like Latveria or some shit to kind of like set Doom up.
Like, yeah,
because we know Doom's gonna be in it, and it's like, ooh, what's happening?
If you guys don't know, in Thunderbolts, they become the new Avengers.
With a Z. Copyright.
Yeah. And people were saying that they get how Sam would feel because, you know, him and Bucky were besties, and then he gets called Captain America, but doesn't get to be a part of the Avengers. Like he's officially Captain America, and not only is Bucky a part of the new Avengers, but the fucking guy who was the new Captain America
the unofficial
that they
Captain
beefed
America
with each other with, like it was. I would feel so betrayed.
Yeah, it's crazy. What's the lady's name again? Help me out, CIA lady.
The Valentina.
Valentina.
I really hope that's her name, and I've not just made it up.
No. It sounds right. I just can't keep it in my brain. I'm so bad with like character names. Valentina, D1 gaslighter and getting out of situations. Holy shit! The fact she not only didn't die in that movie, didn't lose her position, didn't fucking go to jail.
Valentina Algrada de Fonte. Yes.
Specifically Day. Don't forget it.
Oh yes.
but the fact that she like didn't face any repercussions of that movie, and then the Thunderbolts are walking up to her and they're about to fucking take her in, and they just go through the like fence, and then she's like, "The new Avengers, everyone!" And boom, now she has another job.
Yeah.
And she just runs the Avengers now. Like she was crazy for that. I don't know how the fuck she got away with it all.
But I feel so bad for
Yeah, for Sam.
For Sam.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's like also the Avengers that don't have the copyright for the name Avengers, that also don't have Captain America and have Bucky and Loki betrayed Falcons.
I forgot today's a holiday, and I'm like, is that gunshots? It's fireworks. We're chilling.
They have Avengers Tower too. So like they get even more of like an official stamp. They are publicly known as the Avengers. They have Avengers Tower in New York. They're like everything the Avengers were. And then it's just Sam being left like, no. We're the Avengers. And what does he have? Like him and the new Falcon guy who I don't even know because I haven't seen that movie yet.
That movie was
like
so
who's
bad.
who's his crew, bro?
I'm so sad that movie was so bad.
Also, you know what's crazy that I saw pointed out since we're on Avengers stuff?
Oh my god! Oh yeah. And then I have another thing I want to mention.
Okay. I just it was like I think it was the anniversary of the Avengers movie or something, or someone posted the Avengers movie for some reason, and it was on Twitter, and somebody quote retweeted it and pointed out that we haven't seen Bruce Banner transform into the Hulk since 2012. Yeah. It's 2025 and we haven't seen a Bruce Banner turn into Hulk transformation, and we probably never will.
What's he doing right now? Vacationing still? Like, I don't...
Dude, I don't even fuck it. The last time we saw him was She-Hulk, and he had that whack-ass son, and then there was
my god, his son.
And then there was the leaked, like, what's it called? The leaked concept art for Doomsday that obviously, like, it's probably not all gonna come true. But he's again chilling with his son, and he's on like a planet of other Hulks or something, and there's like a bunch of Hulks going around. So I don't know what the fuck that guy's up to. He's going on some crazy shit.
The movie, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is so much better when there was like 6 people and there was just 6 films.
Yeah.
And you know what? They probably made enough money for that, so I don't get why. Like, but I keep getting this TikTok. It always makes me so sad. But Thunderbolts to Bob is what Wanda needed from the Avengers.
Damn, true. Yeah.
She even went with Agatha through her traumatized childhood.
Speaking about crazy strong people, it's crazy how they set her up to be super strong, and then they fumbled her arc by doing the same arc twice in a row and then making her go MIA, and now no one has any idea where she is, and we still haven't seen White Vision.
I hate it here.
She was, because that's one of my favorite parts about this movie. Oh my god, one of my favorite parts about going to see this movie was I went with my oldest brother and his girlfriend, and his girlfriend picked me up, and it was just me and her in the car, and it's about half an hour drive to where we were going, right? And so for half an hour, I got to explain the state of the MCU since Endgame, because she hasn't seen any. She's seen like here and there projects, but none of the shows other than WandaVision since Endgame. And explaining to her like, yeah, Wanda's like missing that. You saw WandaVision, right? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, they did that story, but again in a Doctor Strange story. Doctor Strange, by the way, now that I'm saying it, this is a live reaction. Remembering he has that fuck ass eye in his forehead. Are we gonna have to deal with that?
Eyes, yeah.
Are we gonna have to deal with that bad CGI eye in his forehead?
Like, that happens after Spider-Man, or does it happen before Spider-Man?
That's after, I believe.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, we haven't seen it since, yeah.
Yeah, I hope they're working on the CGI for that, because wow, that was bad at the end of that. They explaining that, and then she knew about the Kang setup, and then being like, nope, that's actually all gone. They're doing Doctor Doom. And then her being like a casual on the outside, she was like, I've seen 2 iterations of the Fantastic Four. Why are we doing the Fantastic Four again?
Exactly. And then why are there so many?
The announced cast of Avengers Doomsday has like the original old X-Men in it, like Patrick Stewart and all them, and then like explaining like, yeah, Patrick Stewart came back as Professor X in Multiverse of Madness and died, but that was a different multiversal version of him. So then he's back again as Professor X this time, but he's actually back. But then Mr. Fantastic in the Multiverse of Madness also died, but now it's a different guy playing Mr. Fantastic in the actual ones. Wow, it was very confusing.
Yeah, no, it's a mess, I feel like. And that's one thing that was nice about Thunderbolts also is that the CGI did not look like there were some flips that looked a little funky, but like it was
And
not that bad.
they're finally doing more practical. I don't know if you saw, there's like stunt shots of the movie that they were releasing before it came out. At the start of the movie, that scene is completely real where it was a battle with Disney, but Florence Pugh finally
Ah,
got the
yes,
go
jumped
ahead
off.
to yeah, she like walked off the second tallest building in the world. Um, and so then they made it look like she jumped off, and then they actually like detonated explosive charges off the side of a building to make it look like the whole floor exploded. So then when she's walking away, like it's actually a practical explosion. Like
But
them actually doing practical effects and shooting on site was really nice to see.
but like you said,
Movie
movie,
theater etiquette is dead.
yes.
Did you
Why
experience
is that?
anything bad?
No, no. It's pretty chill.
Okay. I go in, first of all, shout out my movie theater. They're upgrading all of the theaters apparently, and they all had super comfy seats with like trays that you could put in front of you, and they're like electronically reclining, and it's the comfiest seats I've ever sat in my life. Holy shit, it was so nice. And they don't charge extra. We didn't even know we were getting them. Um but we sit down and we're waiting, and it's before the movie and stuff. And then this group of four girls sits right next to me, okay, on my left. And then the movie starts. And as the movie's going, first of all, there's someone in like the second row who I don't know if they were taking pictures or like what the fuck was happening, but periodically they would just have like a phone flash just like completely go off towards the screen.
Oh,
And it happened like 7 times and then not never again. So I'm glad they stopped eventually. But it just took me out of it every time because I'm like sitting there, and then out of the corner of my eye, I just see this big white flash. And then I like look down, then I have to like relook up, lock into the movie. Then it kept happening. The girls on the left of me, the entire movie, first of all, they just kept making loud ass comments like they're watching, and then what's it called? Like Bucky said something, or Yelena said something to Bob, and then immediately one of the girls go, "They're gonna fuck. I think they're gonna fuck in this one."
you.
And I'm like, what is happening? And then they're like, wow,
Oh,
he's hot. And then when he
that was
puts on the sentry suit, they're like, wow, like he was hot before, but now he's like really hot. Like, damn, he's kind of hot.
okay. First of all, he got like 10 times uglier
With the
when he
blonde.
put he when he put a suit on. Second of all,
Mhm.
if Yelena and Bob get together, I'm gonna be so pissed. I do not like. I hate that was one thing I did not like. It was like the flirtatious vibe I was getting. I was like, this
Uh-huh.
is to me platonic relationship.
I
Yelena is a lesbian. Like this is not it to me.
Yeah, I thought it was very like I read it and hope the story stays as like very like just your friend that's like the rock you need, like somebody you can
Also,
like lean to, but
everybody
just
loves
friends.
Bob, but like Bob is like I don't really get the hype with Bob
I think
personally.
I think Bob is in the same kind of wheelhouse as the Fork in Toy Story 4, where
Oh.
like he's just this like little goofy little guy. So then there's
And
people who like
plus,
ride or
they
die
want
for
to
him.
fix him.
Yes, they want
I
to fix
see.
him.
Okay.
Um,
But yes, back to your
but yeah,
concert etiquette.
then concert etiquette. No, we talk about that enough too.
Oh,
Movie theater
sorry.
etiquette.
I'm so used to that being that.
And then not only were they talking, they were on their phones the entire movie.
That
Now,
pisses me off.
thankfully, I didn't get like the glare from their phone and stuff, so that wasn't bad. The problem is they're on their phone scrolling and just laughing at shit during like emotional scenes that they're like they shouldn't be laughing at the scene, so they're clearly laughing at the stuff that's happening on their phone, right? And then partway through the movie, one of them farted really, really loud and then
Oh.
started dying laughing. So that all of them kept trying to fart the rest of the movie and
What?
kept farting and laughing. It was some
What
of
the
the dumbest shit I'd
fuck?
ever seen. I,
Girls
I,
don't
I,
fart.
I,
That's
that's what I'm
crazy.
saying. Um, I
That's.
was, I was like, I was 10 seconds away from, oh my God. I was like trying to hype myself up on it, but I was like, no, whatever. Just let them do them. I don't want to like cause some shit and
No,
have some
that's a
argument and then have to
place
sit
where
there the
I
rest of the
am a
movies.
Karen. Like that's
But I was about to just lean over and just be like, "Can you guys please just be quiet?"
Oh, no, you don't do that. You yell it so everyone else is disturbed as well with you.
Okay.
And you then also kick their chair or throw popcorn at them. Now, I
They're
haven't
right
actually
next to me.
done that. Oh, they're right next to you. You can
Right
still throw
next to me.
popcorn to them. Now, I would say I've actually never have done any of this, but it's a thought I've had. Like when I saw the FNAF movie, I feel like Jade and I both wanted to yell "Shut the fuck up," or maybe she did
Mhm.
yell it. I can't remember, but God, I hate human beings and
But yeah,
how chronically online they are. Like you
they
can get
just they
off
just
your
kept
phone for a
commenting.
little bit.
Yeah, they just kept commenting on what guys were Snapchatting them and what this, that, the other thing, and I'm like, just watch the fucking movie. You paid to come here. You paid to watch a movie. Watch the movie. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's just a waste of money at that point.
Yeah, like why are you even here? Go hang out somewhere else,
But
please.
the farting thing is
The farting
crazy.
thing was crazy. They just straight ripped ass, started dying laughing, and then all of them kept trying to fart and then
How do
laughing at
you
each other the whole movie.
how do you know that they're trying to fart?
Because they kept successfully farting.
Oh,
And then laughing at each other, and then you'd hear it like a little bit further down that someone else would fart, and then they're laughing at each
why
other.
are they so farty?
That's what I'm saying, bro. None of it made sense. It felt like a psyop to just make me go crazy. Ugh. And it worked. It drew me insane.
Just be a Karen. That's what I think. I
And
think
then
sometimes.
you could tell none of them were actually like 3/4 of my theater weren't there to like watch Marvel movie. Not to be like a gatekeeper or something. You can watch whatever movies you want. But the second the movie ended, 3/4 of the theater left. And it's like if you've clearly never seen a Marvel movie because like or you don't plan on seeing another because this shit's not over.
Bro, our theater, they didn't turn the lights on. It was pitch black till the end.
No, no. The second the credits started to roll, lights completely on, 3/4 of the theater left.
Well, their loss. Now, I was gonna like do a whole transition. Yeah, still do the transition. You know what? If you, how do I do this?
Good transition so far.
Wait, those girls were there farting, sitting beside you.
Yep.
I wonder what AI Fortnite Vader would say about that if he was sitting beside you.
He would probably say something that's gotten really on my nerves where does this enhance your combat ability or is this merely a distraction? That's all he
Is that
says to me.
all he says?
That's all. Every time I'm like, hey, what do you think about that? And he's like, oh, is this thing a distraction or is this enhance your combat ability? And then you say it enhances your combat ability. And he's like, well, you sound like he just.
But yeah, if you guys don't know, Fortnite has added Darth Vader into this season, and they made it so you can talk to him through AI.
Yes,
Um,
they did.
when this first came out, it was not going well because Vader said slurs and swore,
Yep.
and
Yep.
what else did he do?
Was racist.
Oh yes, as Vader does.
Yep, yep. I mean, low key, I'm not defending it, but I feel like Vader probably would be racist. I digress. Um, but they they tweaked it. They worked on it. They
And
patched it up a bit.
now, apparently, you can't ask him anything because I kept being like, out of all four of us, which one is your favorite? And he was like, Billie Eilish. Shut the fuck up. No, he would not answer it. And I was
Mm-hmm.
very sad.
That's where I like don't even want Vader on my team anymore. He's really strong as a character to have on your side. I found out by being on the other end of it because he does not stop jumping at you, chasing you, pulling you towards him. Oh my god! And he has 10 trillion health. He just can't die. It is so annoying. Um, but when I do have him on my team, I can't figure out how to turn his volume off, and he doesn't stop talking, and everything he says is the same thing when you talk to him. In my experience, where he just asks if it enhances your combat ability because all he cares about is combat and conquest. Um, but I do think that it was a really cool addition to the game, and I know there's a really hot topic online. Normally, I'm very anti AI. Okay, but this time I think it's kind of sick. Okay, rest in peace to the voice actor of Darth Vader. But before his death, he believed that.
Shout out the voice actor of Darth Vader. You got me 1,000 likes on TikTok when you died. I posted a screenshot of a tweet saying that you died, and I got likes from it. And it's now been taken down. But thank you for the 1,000 likes. Anyways, continue.
But he before he died, he believed that the voice of Darth Vader was tied to the story of Star Wars and tied to the universe. It's super iconic, and he wanted more fans to be able to experience that voice and in different ways and beyond his life. So he helped train an AI of his voice, and then using that, Fortnite implemented it into the game to talk to. Now, it's a hot topic because people are very anti-AI, which I understand, and there's some people who believe that this has taken away the job of a voice actor who could have played him, that maybe played him in like one of the animated shows and stuff like that. Other people, or one of the games, other people have played Vader. Um, but I don't really see this as replacing someone's job because it's not set lines, it's an AI. So at the end of the day, no matter what, an AI was going to be trained and used on someone's voice. So you can't cut the AI out. So then if you argue that they should have used a different voice actor and trained the AI, that just makes no sense to me because his family fully consented and agrees with it. He fully consented and agrees with it. It supports his family now. Beyond his death, he's able to still provide for them. Um, I think this is just sick. I don't know. I see no problem with it.
But SAG
AFTRA,
does see issue with the
which is the where did you send
it?
SAG-AFTRA.
Yes.
Which is the Actors Guild to protect them.
Where the fuck did I send this?
They fought. You sent it in Ray Stanwalker's.
Yes.
They filed an unfair labor practice charge against Epic for the use of AI. I don't know if you want to read the statement.
We celebrate the right of our members and their estate to control the use of their digital replicas and welcome the use of new technologies to allow new generations to share in the enjoyment of those legacies and beyond roles. However, we must protect our right to bargain,
Yeah, you got it.
Terms and conditions around use of a voice that replace the work of our members, including those who previously did the work of matching Darth Vader's iconic rhythm and tone in video games. Fortnite signatory company Llama Productions. First of all, one. Choose to replace the work of human performers with AI technologies. Unfortunately, they did so without providing any notice of their intent to do this and without bargaining with us over appropriate terms. As such, we have filed an unfair labor practice charge with the NLRB against Llama Productions. A copy of the filing can be read here.
Yeah, this to me reads like they have no idea what they actually did with the Darth Vader AI. They just read Darth Vader AI.
It wouldn't work with a human unless you have them sitting there.
It is you talking to Vader and Vader replying. I heard Angel ask him about a BBL, and Darth Vader asked if Angel thought that his posterior wasn't good enough. Okay, it dynamically responds to things that you are saying. A human with recorded voice lines can't do that. It's not possible. So it wouldn't have accomplished the same goal. They just have no idea what they're talking about. I support actors. I support their protections. This is dumb.
Speaking about actors, again, Hunger Games, Lion Gate. If you need, I know you need tributes. I got you. I will die in 2 seconds. Just let me be there. Please.
Oh my god. It would be so iconic to see you just like run into the cornucopia and like get killed immediately.
Yeah.
You just get to pause and you're like, you see that axe that's getting thrown right now? Wait, watch this. Next frame, look in the background, right in my head.
And then me and John, every time we watch a movie, we're like, you know what? That was actually me. Fun fact. Actually, I made that sound. And I can actually be like, that was actually
me. Finally do it.
And life would be so great.
You see it in theaters and you get up and you're like, okay, guys, if you want autographs, you can start lining up now. Everyone's like, who the fuck are you?
I was Tribute 13.
Oh, you don't recognize me?
I was one of the doves. He doesn't even get that reference. Okay, now, does any of these topics, are they timely?
there's one thing that we should timely touch on.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know and are still here from the intro, The Weeknd had a movie release.
Oh my god.
Yeah, The Weeknd had a movie release. If you don't know, The Weeknd tried acting in a show called The Idol. Okay, it was on HBO Max, Maximum HBO Now, whatever the fuck. And it released one season with a 41% audience rating on Rotten Tomatoes and a 19% critic rating. It was revered as one of the worst shows of all time, horrible, awful, dog shit, and it got canceled, so no more seasons came out. Okay, but now The Weeknd takes his role into his own hands. Okay, this
If
one
no one will
isn't
hire me, I'll hire myself.
exactly. It's not being written by anyone. He's making the movie. Okay, it's called Hurry Up Tomorrow, and it is supposed to be, I believe, uh, capping off the quote unquote weekend project, where he says now he just wants to be able all of the albums and stuff that he's done in the past. That was all the weekend. He's trying to cap off the weekend era and be able. Okay, so he made this movie. He got
But
very.
does he not play the Weeknd song in the movie?
Yep. He's the
Okay.
weekend. It's like the final like weekend thing.
But okay, I'll let you explain and I'll ask my question.
So he got Barry Keoghan in it. He got Jenna Ortega in it. And it
Which
released.
is crazy because like Sabrina Carpenter dated Barry, but then Jenna
Yeah, and
Ortega
Jenna
was
in the music
in
video.
and like kid and like yeah.
It released on Rotten Tomatoes. It has a 68% audience score. Now, this might sound like some hater shit, but I feel like in a movie like this, we can't really trust the audience score because it is just a movie. It'd be like looking at the audience score for like the Eras Tour film, right? It's just fans of him are gonna go and see it and enjoy him, so then they're gonna rate it on average higher. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a bit skewed. But the critic rating is a 15% after 61 reviews. And if you haven't seen the clip that I read at the beginning, do you want to play the audio from it? I can send it to you.
Yeah, send it over.
If we want to
What is
react
this called
and
again?
rate the acting. It is called Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Wait. I think Mickey 17 is gonna be on Crave on May 27th.
Fire movie.
What's this movie called?
Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Oh wait, you said that already.
Yep.
I forgot I asked that.
I said that before you started looking at what movies were going to be on Crave.
I was on Crave. Crave is my HBO Max.
Oh no, it released in theaters. I don't know if it's on streaming.
Oh, I thought you said HBO Max.
Oh no, the show was HBO. That was The Idol.
Oh, see, I pay
this is a
somewhat
separate movie
attention.
in
Okay, this is The Weeknd acting, aka recreating John's acting job.
Rate who did better.
Let me share audio with you. Do I share? Oh no, it should share audio. Okay, you should be able to hear this.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut up! What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? I have to go right now. I'm getting calls. I have to catch a flight. I'm on a tour. I'm trying to be fucking nice. You see I'm trying to be nice right now, right? You're forcing me to be bad, but I'm actually doing a good thing. All right? So just chill the fuck out, and I gotta go.
My favorite comment I saw about his acting is that Jenna Ortega's out acting him and she doesn't say a word.
Yes.
If you watch the video, she is doing a better job without even saying anything.
I don't understand why he wants to be like is that how I looked when I wanted to be an actor in high school and wanted to be in the plays? Like I swear like he didn't even sound angry.
Yeah.
He sounded annoyed.
We all have our own lanes, and everyone should explore whatever they would like to. But I think sometimes you reach a point when you're doing something, and you just got to be like, look, this isn't for me. My bad. I probably shouldn't be sinking millions of dollars into this and getting Jenna Ortega. And yeah, it's rough.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut
Shut
up.
the
It's
fuck
such a
up.
Valley Girl show. Shut up.
Oh my God. And the way he's like, if you watch it too, his body language when he's like, I'm getting calls, and then he like flips his phone and like points at it. It's like he's trying to figure out what to say. Like there was no script, and he doesn't know what the fuck he's supposed to say.
Who is he playing?
I think he's playing The Weeknd. I don't know if he's playing The Weeknd, but he's playing like a guy who's a musician and he's like on tour. I think it's The Weeknd.
Okay.
Because the movie's called Hurry Up Tomorrow, and his last album is called Hurry Up Tomorrow, and it's supposed to be kind of like a companion thing. The only other scene I've seen from it is him like tied up or handcuffed or something. I don't know. He's like laying there, and then Jenna Ortega is like dancing to his music.
Plagued by insomnia, a musician gets pulled into a nightmarish odyssey with a stranger who begins to unravel the very core of his existence.
What does that even mean? Like he's just saying words.
It's a thriller. Cast. Yeah. The Weeknd plays Abel.
Yeah, so he plays himself.
He ain't doing the greatest job, let me tell you.
Charlie D'Amelio is in it. Is that fake?
What?
That's gotta be fake. I pressed cast on Google and it is telling me that Charlie D'Amelio is in it. I need to go on IMDb.
I don't even know.
I'm going on IMDb. Okay,
I might have to go to the movies.
I'm not seeing Charlie D'Amelio here. I think we got punked. Charlie D'Amelio, hurry up tomorrow. Oh my God, she is in it. She's in the movie.
I don't see her. Wait.
Where is she in it?
I think you've been lied to.
No, I think everything. Never mind. I found like it was like a fan edit that says it was her in it, but then it's just it just shows the like Google cast. She's not in it.
Oh, I see. By Red Marlock.
Yeah.
Damn, you got. Oh, Charlie, aka Most Critical, is in it.
He's in it?
No, he's seen it. He's in the Hunger Games. He went.
Yeah, that's the first video that I know.
I could be like him.
Yeah, you blow up from a video about being in the Hunger Games.
Get me in the Charlie. Wait, what? Get me in the Hunger Games. All right. Shall we call it a day?
We can call it a day.
We yapped a little. We did a little bit of a yap. This is episode 93.
We're almost there.
And then we have a rebrand.
Yup.
Guess what the colors are going to be of the rebrand, because I don't even know.
And then guess what the tune of the... You guys should fully produce an intro song and guess that's going to be the intro song.
Guys, we're going to do actually a competition. Whoever makes the best intro song can be a guest on a podcast with just themselves. We won't be there.
Oh, no.
What?
We're falling into when there's the drama when people do competitions of like fan art and then people think it's free labor.
But like at least they get something. Like at least this is free labor with a reward.
Actually, you know what? Screw the reward. Can you guys just do free labor for us?
He said that, not me. Let me tell you.
But thank you so much for listening.
But is it free labor if we give them like... I guess because the other people
like the people who don't win all did labor and get nothing for it, so then it's free labor.
But that was they weren't like forced to do it.
Speaking about free labor, stay tuned next week where we will be diving into the drama surrounding Marathon stealing an artist's art. And did they even have any art to begin with? Because arguably their entire game's art direction, which a lot of people say is the only redeeming factor about the game, is completely stolen.
Write that down because I feel we're gonna forget. All right.
It is written down.
We'll write that down for like next. Yeah. Okay. Write like episode 34 and like.
At 34, we're going back in time, baby. Listen to episode 34 to hear about Marathon.
Numbers are confusing, man. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.